Coming up on 9 News Mornings, community members in Aurora have been fighting for police reform. When it comes to the finalists for the police chief, they say the city is not on the same page. We continue to track Casa Bonita on its journey to reopening. Now its employees are gaining a new skill. And out of thousands of pups, one of Colorado's dogs remains in the running to maybe hold the title of the world's cutest rescue dog. Text us a photo of your rescue pooch to see how they compare. 303-871-1491. 9 News Mornings starts now. Nothing better than dogs on a Friday, right?
Truly, rescue pets, even
love
better.
them. We all have them. And did you rescue your kitty cat?
Yeah.
Okay, we all have rescue.
Yeah. Rescues.
Rescues.
Yep.
Yay! So send your pics in 303-871-1491. Text us. We'll be showing them on TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday.
Yay!
We made it. Friday. And today it's going to feel more like summer. We're back to warm temps.
Yeah, we're warming it right up. 63 yesterday. We're going to be a whole lot warmer. Look at the roses between the thorns here. Isn't this a lovely setup?
Good,
yeah.
right?
You are sweet.
So yeah, 63 degrees yesterday, and now we're going to warm up to near 80 degrees, and we're going to stay there with dry conditions, not only through the weekend, but through all of next week. So we have some nice fall weather coming with this season. You can see the moon right there, so it's mostly clear here. Has been a little hazy, a little foggy in some areas. 52 degrees right now. You see, we had a little snow over the higher elevations. That is all dissipating. We'll see clear skies this afternoon into tomorrow, where, boy, we just have sunshine border to border around here. So the forecast, 79 degrees today, breezy and warmer on the first day of fall. For tomorrow, 80 degrees to start your weekend with sunny skies, 76 degrees to end it with sunny skies. Monday, we're at 79, and Tuesday, 81 degrees, sunny and dry all the way.
Nice looking forecast, Ed. Let's take a look at the roads this morning. Things are flowing freely, especially as we're headed up towards the north and west. Westbound 36 Denver to Boulder, anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes, upwards of 60 miles per hour. Very similar situation as we're going westbound I-76 E-470 towards Commerce City, around 10 minutes, 65 to 70 miles per hour there. So as you can see, we're starting from west to east, southeast I-270, 66 miles per hour. Things are flowing very, very nicely both ways, anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. Pushing down towards the south and east. Southbound I-225, things are looking good. Same thing goes for northbound, 72 miles per hour, 5 to 10 minutes. Travel time downtown to DTC, we're looking anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes, 70 miles per hour. The other way, very similar situation too. DTC to downtown, 10 to 15 minutes, just over 70 miles per hour.
Greg, thank you. Today, the Adams County coroner is planning to release the amended autopsy report for Elijah McClain without any redactions. McClain was a black man stopped by police back in 2019 for doing nothing wrong. Aurora paramedics injected him with a large dose of ketamine. McClain died a few days later. An autopsy a week after his death found the cause and manner of death were undetermined. But during the grand jury investigation in December of 2020, medical experts testified that it was the ketamine injection that killed McClain. Sometime after that, the autopsy report was changed, but we don't know what it was changed to. The coroner recently asked the court to allow the entire unredacted report to be released. A judge granted that request yesterday. The report is scheduled to be released on the Adams County Coroner's website at noon today. The city of Aurora has announced its finalists for police chief. Some say the 3 remaining candidates is a big step back for the city. 9 News reporter John Glasgow joins us live from outside the Aurora Police Department. And John, the finalists were narrowed down to 3 white men, now down to 2.
Yeah, and let's take a step back here too, Corey. So the city of Aurora, they hired a California-based recruiting firm to help conduct that national search for a new police chief here in Aurora. And the focus of that search was to be more diverse, try to find some people that they could include in this pool, which also included women as well as people of color. But the list of the finalists that the city released included 3 white men, and one of them has since dropped out. So the city of Aurora says that 21 people applied for the job to replace former Chief Vanessa Wilson after she was fired. A third of the candidates were women or people of color. The city says its management chose the most qualified finalists from the group that applied. The 2 leading candidates are Scott Ebner, a veteran deputy superintendent for New Jersey State Police, and David Franklin, chief of staff at Albuquerque PD. Now, the decision isn't sitting well with some community groups given the issues in Aurora that led to the death of Elijah McClain.
I just felt like we have wasted 2 or 3 years of trying to build that department back up. From when Elijah McClain was murdered to through George Floyd and everything that we dealt with to now, nothing has changed.
So the recruiting firm that helped in this put forward 7 people that they thought might be a good fit for this position to the city. They wouldn't share the demographics of those 7 people. However, the group that helped with this recruitment says that they are seeing fewer applications for those police chief jobs all across the nation.
Yeah, it might be beneficial for them to share the demographics of those semi-finalists just so they're transparent. And John, sounds like the city wants to go back now and add another finalist.
Yeah, well, they say with that other finalist that dropped out, they're going to now revisit some of those semifinalists that applied as well and look for a third to join that the other 2 that are up here for consideration. What's going to happen now is the community can put forward some questions online, and there's also going to be a public meet and greet as well. They're going to hold that next Tuesday night here in Aurora.
Well, at least they're getting the public's comment and, viewpoints as well in this process. John, thank you.
A high-ranking Denver police sergeant is suing her own department, claiming Denver police have a rampant culture of racism, sexism, and discrimination. Sergeant Carla Havard, seen here in a community conversation about race, says she faces continuing discrimination based on race, sex, and disability. Her lawsuit alleges she was put on a performance improvement plan after calling for an investigation into sexist and misogynistic behavior. She cited examples of women who said their superiors caressed and played with their hair and regularly make comments about women's bodies. Denver police declined to answer our questions, citing the lawsuit, but say they've made strides in recent years to improve internal and external equity practices. We will hear more from Sergeant Carla Havard today when she sits down with reporter Katie Eastman.
We have learned an off-duty Denver police officer was involved in a deadly crash that happened weeks ago. A crash report says she made an improper turn, but the case is more complicated than that. The man who crashed into her truck at Wadsworth and Peakview also had low levels of alcohol and drugs in his system. Here's investigative reporter Jeremy Hohola with where the case stands.
More about a fiery crash nearly 50 days ago is coming to light. 27-year-old Joshua Smith crashed his motorcycle into this truck at Wadsworth and Peakview Drive. It happened near the West Columbine neighborhood around 5 in the afternoon, August 6th. Driving the truck, Denver police officer Haley Phillips, who was off duty at the time. According to a Colorado State Patrol crash report, it was the investigating officer's opinion that Officer Phillips made an improper turn during a flashing yellow light. So far, a citation has not been issued. Complicating who's at fault, an autopsy report reveals Smith had marijuana, meth, and alcohol in his system while on the motorcycle. Levels for each substance did not reach the legal threshold for impairment. However, a criminal defense expert told 9 News the combination of drugs could have impaired Smith. Denver police said in an email they did not launch an investigation into the off-duty officer because she was not cited as the at-fault driver. Jeremy Hohola, 9 News.
Colorado State Patrol says they are still investigating the case and it can take months. Once they're done, a spokesperson said they'll submit what they found to the district attorney for review.